All right, it's May 2nd. This is my Anatomy of a Song series. And today I'm going to be doing a song from my Perceptions album. I did one already called A Wounded Owl a couple weeks ago, I think. And A Wounded Owl was kind of like a spiritual song, folky song. And I said it was more influenced by like PJ Harvey and artists like that kind of go acoustic and kind of just generally display the spiritual, natural quality like PJ Harvey songs. So many of her songs give me that feeling, especially her last album. Just so poetic and so just otherworldly. So this album only has 6 songs, and in my book, I kind of listed the type of influences that led me to each song's melody and whatever. So Jekyll and Hyde was more influenced by heavier stuff like Thrice, and like Thrice has kind of changed their sound so many times. I respect their music a lot. From their early albums, Artist in the Ambulance is probably the first one I heard, and then their later ones, they just kept growing different types of music. I kind of hear Thrice in this sometimes when I play it, and you know, this melody, I said it before, sometimes I'll look at my songs because I have like over 400 songs to do in this series at some point. I'm only on like 9 or 10, I think. And some songs hit me instantly, like, oh, I remember that melody. I remember how the music goes. I remember the time signature. This is one of those songs that just instantly connected to me when I read the lyrics again. Because it's been a while. While I was editing my book, I was able to kind of remember how the songs go because I went through the lyrics so many times. And this is one of my favorite melodies. It's simple. It's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I love waltzy time signatures. You can kind of just groove to it better than other time signatures. I really like waltzes, either 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one is more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I really like that type of time signature. When I was messing around before I started filming, I came up with a different chorus from what I originally had in my original recording, and I actually changed the time signature to well, I think it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. When I get there, hopefully I still remember what I just came up with. What I just came up with. Say the scattering the sun. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So the chorus changes the time signature from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4. A more simple, whatever that time signature is called. I'm not completely like lacking knowledge in this stuff. I've watched YouTube videos of people explaining music theory in terms of time signatures, and I can grasp it. I know what it kind of means, but I'm not a technical musician to explain it, or it's not like I do it intentionally when I write a waltz or whatever. It's just how it comes out naturally. So it's never like I sit down, I'm gonna write a waltz and then I'll write a waltz. It never happens like that. Or I'm gonna intentionally change the time signature. It never, well, maybe a couple times I had that in my head to do like a 5 time signature or something weird, sevens. One time I tried to write an entire album of songs in 7 time because I heard Pink Floyd Money, and everyone always says that's the most popular bluesy song in like a weird time signature. You count to 7 instead of whatever. So sometimes it's in my head, but like today when I just picked up my guitar, something led me to change the time signature for the chorus. They say to scatter in the sun, settle down before it's done. Probably playing it wrong. But something led me to that, and I think it's kind of cool because this song is called a Jekyll and Hyde. It's kind of about that bipolar stuff that everyone goes through. Like everyone's a little bit bipolar, and I think it's kind of cool where the song has two different time signatures like that. So the verse is very kind of, I don't want to say dark, but it could be. And I'm in drop D again, even though some of these chords I'm not really playing the top bass string. I'm kind of just, for the first two chords, it's just a version of A minor for the verse. Like, and then you play the top string when you do the other part. Even that's kind of heavier than the first part. This is a very bipolar song. It's kind of cool how it turned out that way. It's probably why I titled this song Jekyll and Hyde. And it fits this album Perceptions like perfectly, because my album Perceptions is exactly about that, how you perceive yourselves, how others perceive you and your actions and your words. It's a lot to do with that song by The Verve, A Million Different People from One Day to the Next. Like, it's kind of related to that type of feeling, identity crises and stuff like that. Like, it's all relatable to that, and I think the music in this song reflects the lyrics and the message pretty well. All right, so that's kind of the intro. I guess I'll just go through the verses now, like I usually do, and sing along to the verses and play the verse chords. It's pretty easy progression. I pretty much played the whole song already, but it'll just start out with like an A minor, but it's a little, I don't know the name of the chord, but I'll list all these chords that I'm using. More room for the free. Jekyll and Hyde. Shot them higher, higher. Manic conceit. Shaved at your feet. Witness cycle. Cycle. That's the basic verse. It's probably kind of a short song, maybe 4 minutes if you kind of extend the ending, because it would go pretty much right into that verse. The intro might go for a little bit like that. More room for the free. Jekyll and Hyde. Shot them higher, higher. Manic conceit. Shaved at your feet. With cycle, cycle. I think it could lead into the chorus pretty easily as the time signature changes. So, witness cycle. Shade is scattering the sun. Like you can even let it ring out maybe. A lot of songs I like that change time signature kind of just separates the song. Like the Pink Floyd version just stays in 7/time for most of it and might go to different things during the solo, I think. Sometimes you can't even notice that the time signature changes or that it's in a weird time signature. But some songs will separate it almost like they want you to know we're going to a new type of song within this song. And I think that's where I'm going with this composition. So you can let it ring right there and have other like ambient stuff in the background and then go to the chorus. Shade is scattering the sun. Settle down before it's done. On days ambiguous, dual consciousness. Now, you could even go back to a waltzy part there, but like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that part is what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you go back to another verse after that. This is going to be something that gets tweaked most likely because I'm hearing different things now as I'm composing this at exactly at this point. Like I made up this stuff before I started this video like I always do. I go with my first instincts and I just, after I write the verse and the chorus and I get an idea of how the song goes, I'll immediately just start recording because I don't want to do this all day. That's not the only reason though. I think it's cool to take your first instincts and just go with that. It's not being lazy or not wanting to explore different musicality of music theory or anything. I just think it's cool to go with your first instincts and compose the song like that almost. There's a great documentary about the Golden Echo by Kimbra on YouTube. I think it's for free. And she goes through that, how she recorded that album. And she brought in all these other musicians like Thundercat, the bass player, and all these other vocalists and stuff. And she was just trying to tell people, go with your first instinct, almost like an improvisation. And I think that's cool because the more you overthink things, at least for myself, that's a problem I have in my head. I always overthink every little detail, and it's not good. It makes this less fun. Like you have to make it fun. Like this song might be kind of heavy and deal with some weird stuff, but I want it to be fun while I'm composing the music. And if I ever perform this, or if somebody else wants to perform this, like you have to have some fun with it, or people are going to know it's just and that's like, this is a job being a songwriter, but it's also something you have to have passion about. Regardless, whatever your job is, like you should have some amount of passion for it. I don't know when I wrote this song. Like I could go look it up because I have the original file of when I first came up with this. I forget exactly when, but it didn't change that much. The verse stayed the same. My original recording's like exactly the same as that. The only thing I added was the chorus part to give it a different change like that. Say to scatter in the sun, settle down before it's time. Long days ambiguous, dual consciousness. The main reason I like drop D is so I can do that. Like, it sounds like there's a bass guitar, or to me it sounds like that. I don't know if other people are annoyed by that or not. And yeah, it's a bass guitar playing that the whole time. It's not much of a bass line or a bass representation, but I just like how it feels in my head while I'm playing it. I don't know. Everything could be changed, but the little minutia like that could be changed. Like I said, with any of my songs, to make it more appealing and more interesting. Because yeah, I'm not a studio musician. I'm not a professional musician, man. I got a bunch of songs I'm trying to get out, and this is how they come out organically. Like literally, my process every Friday, I pick up my guitar, maybe 10 to 20 minutes to kind of remember how the song goes and make a chord progression that's not that complicated, and I'm done. I'll start the recording process. I'm not going to let it sit for a day or 2 days. I've already let some of my songs sit for like 20 fucking years. So it's like at this point, they're coming out no matter what no matter how they come out on Friday mornings, they're going to get recorded like this. I can't wait another 20 years like to try to record this shit. So maybe that's kind of a freeing feeling to some degree. Like I feel more free because I already have the songs. I just have to learn how to present them to an audience. So it's not like I composed this song today. This song was composed years ago, maybe a decade ago. I don't remember. But at least over 5 years ago. So this is a different process from other people. Like, yeah, if you want to go write a song, it's not going to be like this because I already have all these songs ready to go. I'm just figuring out how to compose them in my style so other people can either interpret them the same way or in a different way. Like that's the main point of these videos, to show you the blueprint of everything. So I'll play the other verses because there are 2 other verses, but they're very quick. The verses go by like very quickly. There's not a ton of lyrics or anything. So we're back to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Peeling the spine, room for the ride, Mr. Rival, harder to mark, bolder beliefs, brighter white coats, say to scatter in the sun. I'm probably going to have to come up with a better transition there. I'm not sure exactly how that is going to work exactly. Say to scatter in the sun. Maybe be just like that, or maybe I'll have to come up with something to make it flow a little bit better between the waltzy time signature to the other time signature. And yeah, that's something I could figure out later. I don't think it would be much different than this. I like how the song is separated. It's very dualistic, and I think it gets the message of the lyrics across as well. So the one thing I would have to work on, and it might take me the rest of the day or a couple more hours, is to find a way to transition from the time signatures, because I feel like it's a little bit forced right there. That could be it right there. Did I just strike gold with that one? Brighter white coats, white coats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say to scatter in the sun. That's kind of cool. Just that addition of this weird chord, whatever this is. It makes the transition a little bit more interesting, I think. And then after that third verse and fourth verse, you just go back to the chorus again. Say to scatter in the sun. Settle down before it's done. On days ambiguous, dual consciousness. I don't know, the ending could end right there if you really want to, or I said it before, I always like ending a song with some kind of an instrumental jam. So maybe you just play something over those chords. It's that same weird chord again. I like playing down here, or way up the fret. It just gives you a different experience when you compose stuff. You can just end it like that. I don't know, whatever comes naturally. I like how this song is kind of like, even System of a Down, I always call System of a Down like a bipolar band, because they go heavy, minor keys, major keys, fast, slow, they're all over the place, man. If there's a psychiatric term for even more than bipolar, where you have like 100 different personalities, there is something like that. Dissociative, some bullshit term like that. Multiple personalities, borderline, all these terms are weird. But yeah, System of a Down kind of incorporates a feeling like that, where the listener's always caught off guard, like what's going to happen next. I talked about Symphony Fantastique in one of my videos as I prepared for my book release, and he was doing that in the 1830s, like very soft, peaceful music, and then just to shock the audience, like it's kind of, I don't want to say it's a novelty in music, but it's a cool way to just keep things interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole song. And that's the main goal, is to make the music a cinematic experience. Like, because I feel like people don't view music like that. People view music as just a commercial commodity, or, oh, this is a love song. I know love songs. Like, I guess it's similar to movies. Like, this is a mob movie. I know mob movies, but there's some movies that kind of catch you off guard and try to manipulate the audience, or add something different to the genre. I don't even know how to term this genre. Like I said thrice because I kept hearing that voice in my head. But I really don't know what what kind of music is this? Is it rock? Is it alternative? Like, they're meaningless to me, pretty much. I don't know. It just rocks. I like how it gets heavier and heavier like that. I think because of the Thrice album. There's one Thrice album, the Earth Will Shake or something. They get really heavy, man. Like really, just heavy and dark about a lot of the songs. And it's pretty interesting. I forget the name of the album. It's like Vihesu. I'm probably saying it incorrectly. And yeah, they went like the Alchemy Index. They had all this weird stuff at one point that it's good, but weird in a good way. And maybe that's why I hear Thrice in my head for some reason. But this part's completely like the chorus I just came up with today, so that's kind of a different feeling. It kind of reminds me of like Fish. I recently watched a documentary with is it Trey Anastasia? I forget his full name, but the lead singer of Fish had a documentary about one of his albums and how he was writing it, and it was pretty good. Maybe this is more of a Fish part, like you could jam like a jam band part. There's a Fish song called "Wasting My Time." I think that's what I'm kind of hearing now. Wasting my time with me. I think it's Billy Breathes. Don't want to be a writer, pretending I don't want to be anything on my mind's in. I think it's that song I'm hearing like in my head now. When I write this on Substack, I'll list some Thrice songs and I'll list the Fish song I'm thinking of right now. But that's kind of cool. It's just how my process goes. Like, I want to show the most natural, organic way of how I write a song like this, and that's kind of how it works. I'll hear a Fish song, I'm like, yeah, I remember that song. I like that melody. I'm not trying to rip them off. I'm just saying it's an influence on me like that. So when I make this video, every week when I do a video in this series, I kind of give thanks to the artist that led me to the song. So right now it's Thrice and it's Fish. That's the music I hear in my head. And that's kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde. I don't think Thrice and Fish ever toured together. Maybe they should. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I didn't make the Fish connection until right now. Wasting my time. It's a really good song, very slow, mellow song. And I guess that's it. I'm at half an hour. I'm gonna have to edit some of this because I kept clearing my throat. And yeah, that's about it. How do I want to end this today? Anyway, yeah, go check out Thrice albums. Go check out Fish albums. I'm not a huge Fish guy. I don't know them like, you know, I've never seen them live. I haven't seen any really like jam bands ever, but I appreciate that style of music. And I've listened to long jams of Grateful Dead and Fish and bands like that. And yeah, they're crazy talented. I just never really got into it like other people love Fish. They swear by Fish or Grateful Dead. And yeah, maybe I'll spend more time with it over the next 2 weeks. Now that my book is done and I'm done with the editing, hopefully I don't notice any errors as I read my book again. But it's on Amazon now, so it's like if I notice errors now, hopefully it's very minimal. If I have to go back and re-upload stuff, so I'll have some extra time now to devote more towards music and listening to music, exploring music from this year, and yeah, hopefully you learn something new and you could go listen to Thrice, go listen to Fish, and give them some love.